Hey guys, Sarge here with my December 12th, 1941 combat replay for my 1v1 against Invictus on War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. Now I have seen this replay before. I streamed it to my friends in Discord because I was expecting some big action, and well, that big action occurred. And I think this turn was a huge win for me. Oh, that's pretty loud. I thought I turned it down. Let's see. Unloading at Muri. And unfortunately, the battleship Boise does get caught at point blank range at the Philippines. And will go down. Had no main gun ammo left, and doesn't look like she had fired any of the 5s. Very unfortunate. I had her at full speed, but it just didn't matter. Firing at a torpedo boat, and we miss. The only thing I've changed with my sub-ops here is I've turned react off so they don't react into the shallow water. Fire at a destroyer, and we miss. Encounter a couple small boats with the Mauritius and her destroyer escorts at 5,000 yards. Torpedo boat, patrol boat, and the escort Saga. Does take a lot of shooting, but all 3 will sink here. We have to encounter her again to get final blows off, but she does sink. He does get a dud on the large subtender, the Otis, which I'm very thankful for. And we get, with Force Z, we get his transports that just got to Brunei. They haven't unloaded yet. 12,000 yards. Battle cruiser, battleship, 60Ds. This is going to be an absolute slaughter. And this is going to be a crazy day. I think his entire convoy of 9 ships. Now get ready for this. He had 2 full combat regiments on this transport. And I know this because there wasn't a lot of engineers, so there's no base force. There was no vehicles, there was no engineering vehicles or motorized support. Japanese regiments, roughly 125, 130 AV. That is these squads here. Roughly, that's 2 regiments. That's 2 regiments completely sunk that he lost at Brunei. It is just insane. And then here, Japanese leaders make the worst. They unload the largest barrage of opening torpedoes I've seen. And they don't hit a damn thing. And then the Repulse and Prince of Wales are just gonna pound the Chokai. And it's gonna sink. This was absolutely crazy to watch live. Destroyers did a great job. My destroyers did a great job of keeping his destroyers away. Didn't really damage his destroyers. Bulmer. Heavy fires, heavy damage. And now the big boy. The Dutch and British cruiser. They find this mega convoy at Muri. Now, unfortunately, there's just too many ships for them to sink. We got a patrol boat, the large AK, the Kagamaru, set on fire a couple more, 2 more, 3 are gonna sink, the other one set on fire. That AKL is gonna sink, that AK is gonna sink, that AK is gonna sink. 2 more patrol boats sunk. He had nothing on it, except probably supplies. Sucks I didn't get the troops. But I got a bunch of his large AKs, and I sunk 2 full regiments and a heavy cruiser. And here I just need to... I do need to ask Invictus about this, because we said no night bombing. And all those overlapping sink noises are those other AKs and AKLs from that group. Fire the destroyer and we miss. ASW north of Philippines, nothing happens. And again. And now the Mauritius finds the Chokai's escorts, but his destroyers are out of torpedoes. They don't have any torpedoes anymore. So hopefully we can get some good hits here. We don't. Mauritius gets set on fire. And then the Prince of Wales and Repulse run into 5 destroyers with no torpedoes left. And this is just gonna be a slaughter. Fubuki Usagumo will sink. No way they survive with heavy fires, heavy damage this far from a base. And then we encounter like a random AKL or patrol boat. It was a smaller AK. Still sink that one. He does take out a small AP in the Java Sea with nothing on it. He encounters a couple AKLs, but he runs away because all of his stuff is on fire. He gets hit by no explosion, but then he does hit the Demoticus. He will be sinking the Silver Beach, trying. I don't have enough escorts, is the issue. Probably got comments saying I could have done all this better, but everything that could escort is involved over here, trying to mess with his convoys. But shit, this was worth it. Holy. Got a reported ASW hit. He does have a task force sitting right outside where I just hid a couple ships. He's basically wasting his time on half decent ships with his own ships. He's just sitting outside wasting his own time. Sweeping Clark and Singapore. I did not go up in the air at Singapore today. Bombing Temelo. He really needs to land at Kwangtung. He's gonna end up in the same issue he did last game. Well, he already will because I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get down to Singapore. Raid on Clark Field. He's hitting the runway, so I can't. He's hitting the base, so I can't build it up, which is the right thing to do there. Bombing Hong Kong. Hey, he still hasn't taken Hong Kong yet. What the heck? Alright. Carriers have come to play again, going after a destroyer with torpedoes. I'll take that. I did cite in the logs of the ones that pop up right here. He does have, I think it's the Taiyo. One of the things that's named like that, along with the Ryujo. So he did, yeah, the Taiyo, right there. He has the Taiyo and Ryujo in a group. He's trying to desperately get them close. But they did not get close enough. More of his ships have sunk. Reportedly hit another submarine with ASW work. I've really swarmed the skies around Pearl, just putting everything on ASW attack. Well, ASW patrol, I should say. I know Ray Rard is actually his name. I've been calling him Reynard, but if you know if the main body sound is for heavy cruisers, I know it's for battleships, but is it for also heavy cruisers? Because that's kind of as a capital ship. Ooh, Catalina's. What'd you find? Just an AK. We don't even launch. Oh yeah. I did this to try and get a cheeky hit to get him to go away. Seagull's equipped with 250-pound SAP bombs. Just to try and get him to go away. And he's wasting his time on trying to port bomb Philippine escaping ships instead of trying to... I feel like there's better things to be doing with his time. Alright, carriers find some more destroyers. These guys were pulling out. These were damaged from, I believe, the Manila strikes. I believe these are Manila runaways. Not runaways, but be able to get them out. That's a lot of Kates. Yeah, there you go, get an AM. Get that AM as revenge for losing 2 regiments and a heavy cruiser. I'll take losing Boise every day if I can get 2 regiments, a heavy cruiser, and like 8 cargo ships this turn. There's gonna be more next turn too. He is landing at Nauru. Can't see what it is on that screen. The 61st Naval Guard. Under the land phase. He takes Alor Star with armored regiments. He's not gonna beat me down. He bombards at Hong Kong. He has a lot of artillery here. Deliberate attack in the mountains of China. He does push us back, but that's fine. That's his job. He loses 67 squads. It's probably most of the unit, to be honest. And I'd much prefer him just killing this off. But making him attack us is saving an entire day. I basically missed this juicy target by one day. By half a day. Landing all of this at Muri is, I think, a bit crazy. For anyone who wants to read them, it's there. And he captures Guam this turn. Oh, great. Tokyo Rose.
At Radio Tokyo, bringing you some hot music and another blow to your morale.
Ooh, this should be good. This one's going to be good for me. He only takes one squad destroyed, but he takes 50 disabled squads, which is just going to delay him. He does take Manus. And he will take Nauru with the full 61st Naval Guard. My entire Chinese strategy is delay. Delay, delay, and more delay. I felt I had to attack here as he was pulling the units from here over, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. We do reduce his forts down to 2, which helps a lot. He takes 1,000 casualties, I take 1,800. Though, thankfully, only 4 of my squads were destroyed, but only 2 of his were. With 121 disabled for him and 252 for me. One thing is, disabled squads still engage in defense, just at a much reduced rate. So I can't use any of my 252, but those 121 he has can still be used on defense. Like, if he attacks me, those 250 will be able to be used. But knocking down the fort is always useful. Shock attack at Laoag, northern Philippines. And very annoyingly, he does paradrop into Iba and destroy the Warhawks that were on the ground still because I couldn't repair them. I had a unit that was just aviation support. That was 1 or 2 days out from marching there. And being able to at least get a couple of those planes out. Bunch of size 2 fortifications. Very welcome sights. Get onto the blink turn. Get a Coastal Aviator Regiment, Infantry Regiment. Those 2 are annoyingly permalocked to the west coast. Or at least permalocked to the North American continent. I could theoretically walk them to Anchorage if I wanted to, but they can't be transported. Intel reports I lose 24 planes, heavily exaggerated by the Warhawks that were lost on the ground because they were damaged, and then the 4 that were on the Boise. So minus 22, I've only lost 2 planes, which was a Dauntless and a Lodestar to ops losses. Oh, this is the Chokai's. This is the Chokai's float planes. With the 2 Daves, he also loses a Sally, a Jake, and a Nell. I sunk a submarine. Unless he can have 2 different types of planes on his ship. I think Jake's are sub ones, right? I'm not sure. Either way, he lost 3 float planes. I can probably move out my midway reinforcements this coming turn. He's kind of just got a big circle around Hawaii. I could probably just straight move these to to LA. I don't think they need to refuel. I mean, I could check. Set home port. Yeah, I don't even need to refuel them, and I don't want them at Pearl anyway. I'll take away some of these escorts though, so I can use those. Nothing going on over here. Right, let's check. Let's look at the carnage over here. Okay, so here he's got battleship force. He wants to try and get to Force C, which is here. He's got his carriers. He's got 2 light carriers, 6 escorts of probably a couple of cruisers and destroyers. Probably no more torpedoes on those. I have a couple subs in the area that I could throw towards the Selva Sea and into this gap where he has to leave from. Let's see here. So, Prince of Wales, no main gun ammo. Repulse, functionally no main gun ammo. They want to go to Singapore. I'm not taking these guys to Singapore. I can't guarantee their safety there. I'm going to try and take them down to Surabaya. They're the largest port in the area. I'm pretty sure level 7 should be able to replenish the guns. In terms of damage, that's the Asheville. No damage. Paint scratches. Like, nothing on these guys. Yeah, even the destroyers used up a lot of their ammo. They threw their own torpedoes. So, his huge AK group is right here. These are those fleeing destroyers. Basically, the goal here, detach the destroyers that have no range. I need to give myself some range, put these guys down to mission, because these guys still have plenty of ammo to use. Dragon, not so much, but the other 4, they still have float planes, should be able to catch these guys. And I gotta think they're either going to Kanman or Saigon. I just put them up north, probably to here. One of these. It's kind of. I gotta think he's going Cameron because it's closer. But I think I'm gonna probably go either one of these 2 hexes. I'm gonna have recon, not recon. I'm gonna have the react on, and I'm gonna have a patrol zone so they'll react. That's the plan with those guys. These AMs, I could probably bottle up his guys with pulling back. These guys, I'm just gonna sail them this way. I don't want to get involved in that fight. Bulmer. Yeah, that's gonna sink. Nothing I can do about this. Of the 3, I'll be able to get out. I'll be able to attach the express. Basically, I'm going to reattach those destroyers that can move to Force Z to get their escort capacity back up. Mauritius group is over here. Mauritius took a bit of a beating, but she dished out plenty of punishment and took the hits for the destroyers. Probably put those into Palembang or Batavia for quick repairs. Mauritius will be on a pure side critical. AS is still getting out. These guys still working their way around. He's got a sub right here. Demoticus probably sinking. But it's gonna sink. I should just scuttle it to save a couple of points. What are those AVPs? Are those the destroyer AVPs? No. Yeah, I just have no ASW in the area. It's unfortunate, but I think it's worth it. Singapore. 5 more units got into Singapore. 5 more tough units. I realized I should have probably already moved back the not basically I'm keeping the Aussie brigades to keep the way open, but I should have pulled back the excess units, like the base force and the heavy artillery. At Bandwang, I realized I made a mistake. I haven't checked here in a couple of days, and I needed to set these guys to combat mode to set that up. Still reporting just 1 unit. Still trying to farm up the Burma division. Still at Rangoon? I really haven't moved these guys yet? Shit. I feel like that's always the one thing I keep forgetting. Yeah, damn it. 7 units marching into IJN. I'm not gonna get there. I'm not gonna be able to take IJN, which is very annoying. Delaying action is going very well everywhere else, though, which I'll take. Didn't even realize there was still a ship in here. I'll just scuttle it now. Ops reports. Nice, I will look at the ship loss screen so this is easier to read. In 1 second. Why he's got a tank regiment at Babbledob? Unless it spawns there, which I'm not sure of. Pretty good weather. Yeah, so ship sunk last turn. Japanese. Here's just what we're officially claiming, which is not even all the ships. Get a really good AK. 6380 cargo, 510 troop, a 14.8K. And then we also get the Chokai, which is best heavy cruiser with a Takao. So patrol boats were worth 10 points, I guess. Japanese patrol boats are worth more. A couple of good size AKs, 3500 cargo. Then we got APDs, always are nice. Then some smaller patrol boats. Called an escort, but it has no ASW rating. That's interesting. Did not know that part. In the last turn, he did get the Boise. He got the Silver Beach, which was a nice big cargo ship. And the Keepong. You did your nation proud, Brooklyn. At that, I am going to end the episode here. It was another really long one, so I hope you guys enjoy. So I'll see you in the next one.